Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Wednesday, February 19th. Coming up on Cullman Today, empty bowls, a state tax holiday, and a local women's conference. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The highly anticipated annual fundraiser, Empty Bowls, saw another successful turnout Monday night. Annabelle Howes was there and has highlights from the event.
Year after year, Empty Bowls has been bringing people together, not just to enjoy a meal, but to make memories and a difference in people's lives. There was a tremendous community response to the event, and a special highlight this year with a performance by Brian Westbrook and the Misfits and Annelle Baker's beautiful rendition of the Empty Bowls song to set the tone for the night. In addition to the live music and dine-in, the carry-out service was non-stop. High school students and scouts all pitched in, making sure everything ran smoothly. Event coordinator Tanya Shearer shares with us details about the night.
Just anybody here is just a very, very sweet spirit here. All the community coming together to do something, caring about other people so there won't be empty bowls in our community, and they keep their bowl to remember empty bowls, and just our community coming together. We've just raised already so much money and everything. We're just so grateful through donations and everything.
The event has already raised an impressive amount through donations, and with every bowl filled, they are working hard to ensure that no one goes hungry. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
This weekend marks Alabama's annual Severe Weather Preparedness Sales Tax Holiday. The tax exemption holiday runs from Friday through Sunday, and during this time frame, you can buy eligible preparedness items such as batteries, cell phone chargers, ice packs, and fire extinguishers without paying sales tax. Eligible items must cost under $60 each, while portable generators should be priced at $1,000 or less. For details and a quick reference sheet of all eligible items, visit the website on your screen. Women from the community are invited to attend the Living Free in Christ Women's Conference at Trinity Pentecostal Church of Hanceville. This free event offers a day of worship featuring inspirational speakers, worship music, and more. Melissa K. Garrison, co-pastor of Trinity Pentecostal Church, said the conference is designed to uplift and empower women in their faith. Speakers include Garrison, Doris Foley, and Marcy Turner, each bringing a unique message of faith and encouragement. The conference will also feature worship music led by Turner and guests from Journey Church, along with drama presentations by the Awakened Drama Team from Life Point Church. Lunch will be provided at no cost, and each attendee will also receive a blessing bag with gifts. The conference is scheduled for Saturday, March 8th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information or to RSVP, contact Melissa Garrison at 256-531-2982. Coming up, Meek falls to Hubbardsville in the Elite Eight. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's check out more local action from the Northwest Regional Tournament. After fending off Athens Bible in the Sweet 16 last week, the Meek Tigers were back on the court Monday to face the Lions of Hubbardsville in the Elite Eight. Meek trailed by 10 at halftime and continued to battle back in the second half, but the Tigers couldn't come up with enough on the offensive end to keep pace with Hubbardsville, bringing another impressive postseason run to an end with a 69-56 loss. A pair of Parker Ferguson baskets gave Meek an early 4-3 lead, and Evan McKay buried a three to keep the Tigers ahead 7-5 as the quarter went on. A 7-0 run from Hubbartville gave the Lions a 12-7 lead midway through the period, but Briley Bowling laid one in to stop the run and make it a 12-9 game. Ryan Ewing scored a pair of baskets to hold the Hubbartville lead to 17-13 with 1 minute to play in the first quarter, and McKay drove to the rim for another bucket to bring the lead down to 17-15 going into the second quarter. Another Bowling basket made it a 19-17 game early in the second, but the Lions responded with a 10-2 scoring run to move out in front 29-19 with 3 minutes to play in the first half. A pair of McKay free throws trimmed the lead to 29-21 later in the period, and another Ferguson basket held it to 31-23. But Hubbartville scored one more time in the final minute to take a 10-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Baskets by Ewing and Bowling cut the lead to 42-27 early in the third quarter. McKay scored the next 5 points for the Tigers to make it a 44-32 game midway through the period. Bowling split a pair of free throws and added a basket in the paint to bring the lead down to 46-35, and McKay laid another one in to make it a 9-point game with a minute remaining in the third. However, the Lions capped the third quarter with a 7-0 scoring run to stretch their lead to 53-37 at the start of the fourth. Ferguson scored the first 5 points of the fourth quarter to trim the lead to 53-42, and Connor Lane hit a pair of free throws to make it 53-44 with 6 minutes to play. Brady Baxter and Lane both knocked down three-pointers to hold the lead at 59-50 later in the fourth, and 2 more Ferguson baskets made it a 62-54 game with 3 minutes remaining. Another Ewing basket made it 64-56 with just over a minute on the clock, but Meek couldn't chip away any more than that, and Hubbartville held on to win at 69-56. Ferguson led the Tigers with 17 points in the loss. McKay posted 14 points. Bowling added 9 points and 10 boards, and Ewing recorded 8 points and 5 rebounds. That wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including a red dye ban and a fundraiser called Jordan's Junk Drawer. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. After a petition submitted by the Center for Science in the Public Interest in 2022, an official ban on red number 3 has been enacted by the FDA. Concerns arising from 2 studies that showed cancer in male laboratory rats that were exposed to high levels of food, drug, and cosmetic red number 3 incited the initial petition for the ban. This will have a widespread effect in the food industry, from foods, dietary supplements, and ingested drugs that contain the dye, which gives foods and drinks a bright cherry red color. According to the ruling, manufacturers who used F, D, and C red number 3 in food and ingested drugs have until January 15, 2027 or January 18, 2028 to reformulate their products and update package labeling. Good Samaritan Health Clinic in Cullman is hosting Life South for an emergency blood drive. The Life South bus will be at the clinic on Wednesday, February 26th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Donors will receive a $25 e-gift card from Life South for their donation. Freed-Hardeman University has released the names of students who made the President's List for the fall 2024 semester. Ethan Thomas of ARAB, Gavin Bowler of Joppa, and Owen Thomas of ARAB all made the list. To be on the President's List, a student must be full-time and have a 4.0 grade point average. Jordan's Junk Drawer is a fundraiser aimed at providing sensory kits to local schools as well as patients at CRMC. The kits, comprised of items like fidget toys, weighted blankets, earplugs, and coloring books, provide students with extra support for developmental and emotional needs. Cullman Area Chamber of Commerce and Leadership Cullman County are sponsoring the fundraiser. There are multiple ways to contribute. If you'd like to donate to Jordan's Junk Drawer, scan one of the QR codes to give. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Stephen J. Owens, 65, of Cullman, passed away on Friday, February 7th. Memorial service will be at 2 p.m. on Sunday, February 23rd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Visitation will be prior to the service from 1 to 2 p.m. Marjorie Harris Besley, 91, of Birmingham, passed away on Tuesday, February 11th. Services will be held at Antioch Missionary Baptist Church in Cullman on Friday, February 21st, with visitation at 1 p.m. and graveside services at 2 p.m. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a moment to look ahead at your weather forecast. This morning, there's a chance of snow showers and freezing rain, mainly before 7 a.m. Mostly cloudy today with a high near 36 and a low around 17. Thursday, skies will be mostly sunny with a high near 30 and a low around 14, but we'll see wind chill values between 3 and 13 degrees. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Cullman.